This is Game Dev Log number 3, February 13th, 2026. Okay, today I worked on the data structure for my game. I worked a lot on structuring the resource files so that I could have a solid framework for manipulating data. I am struggling with the battle logic a little bit. It's getting a little bloated, and I don't like that. I want to make it so that I can step through the battle logic line by line before I have any visuals. That way I can separate the visuals of the game from the actual game state. That's proving to be pretty hard though. At least conceptually. I might have to scrap what I'm doing right now and start over again. On the cool side, I had fun playing around with different resources. This is way more in depth than I've ever gone in resource management. So you've got a game state that has stats. Stats represent a unit. And so for the player, it has the ability, Howl, for now, this is kind of just me testing out things. Howl has these, a trigger when it starts. Conditions, you can add different conditions. Let's say you can only use Howl when your HP is greater, or is less than 10. So that's a really cool thing that you could just make via data, some conditions. I've been struggling with the gluing it all together though. If I were to say why, I think it has to do with when abilities are triggered. That's really confusing me right now because I'm when do I activate? Let me show you the different activation states. Let's go to enums. So there are different trigger states. The battle start, the beginning of the battle. The turn start, beginning of a unit's turn. Turn end, the end of a end of unit's turn. Alternate, which is the same as turn start, except it alternates based on what turn we're on. And then on hit, this is when this unit hits another unit. On hurt is when another unit hits this unit. Wounded is when this unit gets wounded. Wounded on hurt is when this unit gets wounded from an attack specifically, and not like an effect. And then passive is just always available. What the heck, man? What am I supposed to do with all of these triggers? The passive one also seems to be kind of a pain in the neck. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to sit and puzzle this one out for a little bit. It's kind of interesting, though. Looking back on my to-do list and the timeline that I gave myself, let's see. February, develop game description and plan. That's pretty much been completed. Develop battle. I'm still working on that. And develop crude AI, UI, and assets. That may not be able to be done this month, depending on how long the battle takes. Oh, man. I may have to extend this out 3 extra months, but we'll see. We'll see how much I can get done in February, and then that'll give me a good idea of what I can do in March and April. Doing game development is tough, but I want to get better, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Thanks for tuning in.